Hello and welcome back to the Trainerize YouTube channel. So today we're talking to a special guest, Michelle Riley. And this is a trainer who's, built her business from the ground up, starting from making just a couple $100s a month to over $5,000 per month as an online personal trainer. So that's pretty amazing. And today we're going to dive into all of the ways that she's been able to do that and how you can too. Since filming this, actually, Michelle Riley has taken her business even further to making over $10,000 a month. So there's a lot of awesome things to be learned, and we're gonna dive right in.
Hi everybody. Okay, so welcome to today's session. My name is Harmony. I am the digital content producer here at Trainerize, and today we're joined by a very special guest, Michelle Riley.
Hello.
Hi Michelle. So do you want to tell us just a little overview about Fierce and Fit, your business?
Yes, so Fierce and Fit is the online personal training and nutrition coaching services for modern women. So for modern women, that kind of means, hey, we're in this crazy struggle of a 9-to-5, but we also kind of have to be a mom, a wife, a friend, all these things. But you need quick and effective workouts, but you also need to understand how to properly fuel your body and dive into both the physical and mental health aspect of a 360 approach for an optimal life.
I love that. That's amazing. I like that you really focus on everything and not just fitness, because it truly is a lifestyle that you're trying to help people build. And like habits has been something that Trainerize has really dove into in the past year, because we have all of our new habit features as well.
I love them.
Yes. First of all, I want to just talk a little bit about why you got started with personal training. And I just want to highlight to the viewers that today's session is going to be all about how Michelle has gotten to where she is now in the past 7 months, starting from ground zero, starting from step one to making over $5,000 a month. And we'll dive into all the details of that and the progression. But yeah, so let's start back at the beginning and just talk about, how you got started and why online personal training was a thing that you got into.
Sure. So I actually had my studio in Maryland, and it was really, really awesome. I was doing my personal training. It was great. I was one-on-one with my clients, but then I met my husband, who is military. So we moved to Georgia and I had to shut my studio down. But I thought, you know what, I can't just build up a ground zero again with another studio, because in just 2 short years, I'm going to be having to move again. So then I transformed to in-home personal training. Was a headache in itself.
Yeah.
Allowed me to have my profession. And so I did that while we were in one station, and then we stationed to another place, and I was like, great, I have to build my book again. But then I was doing that, I was doing my marketing. There was not the same audience that there was at the other place, and there was nobody there. And if anybody is in military life and they've moved around, they know what I'm talking about. So then I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I've been training these clients. I've been one-on-one with them. I've been in their journey. I feel like I'm letting them down. I feel like I'm letting myself down. What am I going to do? And then I just had this epiphany. I was searching, and it was like online training. And I always kind of had that in the back of my head, but I was like, how am I supposed to give them that one-on-one approach if I'm behind a screen? I was so wrong.
Yeah.
I built up my online personal training, Fierce and Fit, and it has been one of my saving graces. I'm able to train clients that I didn't train years ago. I train them all now, and they are still my clients today as I'm adding on into my own business and my own revenue. So online training has been a saving grace.
Absolutely. Especially now, with everything that's happening with COVID-19 and all of us being stuck at home, it just goes to show that being versatile in your business model is so important. And now more than ever, just being able to provide a service from wherever you are in the world, and people being able to do that service wherever they are in the world, right?
Most definitely. It's good to, and I do want to highlight, if you have your in-person training, that's wonderful, but this is even, a better little extra stream of revenue for your training business. So.
Absolutely. So just to kind of dive into the details of what your business looks like today, how many clients do you currently have?
I currently have 35 one-on-one clients.
Yes. Oh, amazing. How much monthly on those 35 clients are you generating? So I know it's somewhere over 5,000, but I know that there's a range, right?
Yes, I'm between the 5,000 to 6,000, a little bit more, hitting that 6,500 mark.
What about the progression of that number? How has it grown? Because you started how long ago exactly?
I started about 7 months ago, full-time online training.
Wow. And at that time, how much were you bringing in per month? Like your very first month when you were brand new?
And that's what I want to highlight to everyone, is that your first month is going to be like the first month that you open the studio, the doors to your studio. You don't just, oh, all of a sudden it's open, everyone come in. You still have to work at it. So I was between the 1,000 to 2,000 kind of mark then. And I was freaking out inside, but I knew that if I was going to stick with it, have the tenacity to continue among my practices, that it was going to grow. And sure enough, it did.
Totally. So by like month 2, kind of what range were you at versus like month 3, 4? Like how long did that kind of take? Because now you're at a comfortable place, but.
Right. So the place, I always am a huge fan of goal setting within my business, for my personal self, my professional self. So I always try to increase it by 1,000. Now, the way that I did that was, you have your initial client. So make sure that you're treating that client with the utmost loyalty, professionalism, whatever that they need, because they're going to turn into your long-term clients as well. So that's how I continue to build that progression. So here where I am at that 5,000 to 6,000 mark isn't for brand new clients every month. That is the clients that I already have, plus the ones that I am bringing onto my business. So I wanted to make that a point as well.
Absolutely. And let's talk about how you retain those clients, because new clients come in, and we'll talk about how you generate new clients later. But like once they come in, how do you turn them into long-term clients?
So kind of what I just said with the keeping it a very close relationship, because you're promising them their results, you're promising them motivation, you're promising them accountability. So you better, give them exactly that, even if it's behind a computer screen, even if it's behind a tablet. Giving them weekly coaching calls. That's kind of one of my staples that I do, weekly or bi-weekly coaching calls, making sure that they know that I'm a human on the other side of the phone, making sure that I'm there for them. And then and this is a little bit different for everyone, but I use the 24/7 messaging in the Trainerize feature in order to, if they have a question, hey, I'm here for you. I'm your trainer and I am available. Much like an in-person training, when a client might have a trainer after hours, you still reach out for them. So just giving that very one-on-one approach.
Awesome. So as you mentioned, one of your revenue streams then is that one-on-one kind of approach. Can you break down what your business model looks like as a whole?
Yes. As a whole, my business looks like, I do 3 kind of things. I do online personal training, I do nutrition coaching, and then I do habit-based coaching. So then my business model is a structured tier service. So if someone wants all 3 of those services, then that's my highest ticket premium service right there. It's like a package bundle. And then if they just want nutrition coaching or personal training, so just the exercise, that's that second tier level, again with the habit-based coaching as well. And then if they just want like a wellness coach, a health coach, someone, if they have already their training thing down, they have their nutrition thing down, that's when I just do that 3rd tier, which is that habit-based coaching of just them checking in with me on the app, making sure that they're staying accountable. So I do it in a structured, tiered kind of service.
That makes sense. Actually, last week, very recently, we just released at Trainerize a feature for that. So like having core products and then having add-on products. So yeah, you can layer and mix and match those services for people as well. So it makes it a little bit easier probably to do that.
Yeah, and it helps when people, if they're throwing objection about the price or something, it helps that you can kind of have those other buffers, those other products to say, hey, I can still be your coach and it can be a less expensive if we do this, but they're still your one-on-one client and you're still making their, that revenue source for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's always better to bring down the recurring revenue from one customer than to lose them altogether. So even if you have to minimize their plan, it's better than having them churn altogether.
I love it.
Tips for the folks at home.
Make sure you check out the next videos with Michelle Riley, where we're going to cover exactly how to find your niche as an online personal trainer. Also, if you're new to training online, you can actually start your own 30-day trial of Trainerize for free by clicking on the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.